Oh my gosh, I can't believe this thing is back in my hands. This submission gave me so much anxiety. This is all a mechanical error. That means something was wrong with the book. Maybe it was missing the notes, maybe it was a cracked slab. I sent 6 books into CGC at the very beginning of the year, like January 1st week. And mechanical errors are supposed to take like a month, maybe 2 at the worst. And around month 3 and month 4, I kind of started freaking out because there was one particular book in here that I needed back for the personal collection. And I called and they basically told me like, oh yeah, that is a little bit longer than usual. We'll start a thread for you. We'll let you know. No one ever got back to me. I waited an entire another month. I called again. At this point, I'm into May, and it was basically the same thing. They're like, oh, I see that a case was open to try to find this. I was like, try to find this? What are you talking about? You guys lost it? And they're like, oh, no, just been a lot of mechanical errors, and we're just kind of dealing with it all. But judging by the fact that this didn't ship till June, I think this actually did get lost and was eventually found again. And to that, I can say thank God, because I've had a lot of anxiety about this book. There is one book in here that is a incredibly rare 9.8, and I can't wait to unbox this and see it again. So let's see the books that gave me a heart attack. Oh man, it's good to see these back. First one up, my friends, is Detective Comics 599. Not a single bit of cracked slab at all. This is the first appearance of Henry Ducard. I also was able to get them to successfully update the notes to finally say first appearance of Henry Ducard. It was missing on the CGC slabs up until this submission, so that's a bit of a win. And when you submit your Detective Comics 599, it will now say first appearance of Henry Ducard. I think I had 2 of those. I'm actually so relieved to get these back, man. Is this loose? Or did I imagine that? I might have imagined that. No cracks, we're looking good. No Newton rings, looking amazing. First appearance of Henry Ducard. Yes, sir. I'm loving it. Henry Ducard is one of my favorite early time Batman characters. I almost said villain. He's not technically a villain. He kind of does what he does. And he doesn't care. This one I'll be curious to see if they fixed. Oh, they did. Hell yes. All right, so CGC might have lost this one, but they are really winning me back with 0 Hour Crisis in Time #1. So I sent it in because they never made mention that this was the multi-pack edition. If you see that logo down there, let me put that for you right there, you'll know that this came in the Toys R Us 0 Hour packs. This logo is exclusive, just as rare as the DC Universe logo variant, and the direct editions in the newsstands looked very different. So if you see that 0 Hour logo, you're looking at kind of a rare comic. And I had a few of them. It's also the first appearance of Jack Knight. You know him as Starman. It is an underrated key for sure. My favorite things to submit in the world are underrated books. Books that you don't see too much, books that I like to talk about because they don't get the light of day, and you'll probably almost never see a show or a movie about them. So that's the stuff I like to do, mainly because it is pretty unconnected to movie spec and whatnot. And I have 3 of those suckers. First appearance of Jack Knight, multi-pack edition. Hell yeah, 3 of them. Feeling real good. And then the very last book. Oh man, I hope they fixed it. Okay, they did. They did not say first appearance, but they opted to say something even more accurate. The birth of Tefe Holland. And that's true. I forget, what was she, the pod or the swarm or something? She was another entity, and this is the issue that is the first appearance of Tefe Holland, which is the human form, the first birth of Tefe Holland. That's a big deal right there. This 9.8, I traveled far and wide for. If you remember the story, I bought up like 50 comics of Swamp Thing 90 because it's a really tough book. That Black Spine is brutal, and I tried to get the 9.8. Only one got it. This is an absolutely nightmare of a book to try to get it. Low print run, 1989, all Black Spine. You got a lot of things working against you for this one, and it is a pretty notable key. It's the first appearance of Tefe Holland, and that is one of my favorite DC characters, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have that back in the personal collection. I have to be honest with you, I have slabs that are much more valuable than this one, but this is in my top 10 slabs that I own. I'm thrilled to have this. I'm actually going to maybe do a top slabs in my personal collection. Might even drop this week. Guarantee you, little spoiler, this guy is going to be in that. I love submitting this type of stuff. And having all the cracks and Newton rings and multi-pack editions accounted for and the corrected notes on each of the slabs makes me feel amazing. CGC listened. When you write in and ask them to include the notes, they don't always do that. They don't have to do that. But they did the research on their end, found that it is legitimate, and their notes are corrected for these books. So I'm feeling mighty good. Man, it's good to get these back in the personal collection, dude. Whew! Anyway, some of this will be at a claim sale near you, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, see you tomorrow, and keep on hunting. Make sure to come down to Sentiment Depot Antiques and Collectibles, where I'm set up with all of my comics, located at 238 West Delaware Ave, Pennington, New Jersey. Open every day except for Monday and Tuesday. Enjoy 10% off from Wednesday to Friday. See you there.